This is The Confidence Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. In The Confidence Show, we're talking about confidence, happiness, success, purpose, and achieving your goals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And remember, the truth is inside you. Yo, what up? You have tuned into The Confidence Show with Mr. Locario and Miles Cunningham. Miles, what's going on, bro?
Yo, man, chilling, man. This confidence thing works wonders, man. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
I am telling you.
It's
when Drake said it best. He said it. Oh man, I forgot the words, but the last part of the line was, "When you are who you think you are."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think you said something about life is the best when you are who you think. Something like that.
Right. I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think I know which song you're talking about. Now that's some real shit though. That's some real shit.
When you are who you think you are, because rappers, they're always talking about how great they are and this, that, and the third.
Mm.
But it's like when you said that line, it's like it's crazy. It's crazy how life is when you are who you think you are.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like so he was saying basically what he was saying is like when you think you're great and then you actually look at your life and it's actually great. It's like your confidence and reality actually start to mesh together.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
It's crazy.
That's some real shit. So today, guys, we're gonna be talking about why hurt people. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm sure you've heard that slogan before, that hurt people. You know what I'm saying? And so what it means basically is that, when people are hurt, when they're upset, when they're mad, when they're negative, when they're feeling, those type of emotions or whatever, they end up, lashing out and trying to hurt other people. You understand? Because they're basically just, putting out what is inside them. Whatever they're feeling inside, they're putting out to the world. You understand what I'm saying? Now, there was a guy who, that I listened to a lot on YouTube, this dude named Wayne Dyer. He's an author. He's probably written like a shitload of books. He's written a lot of books on like spirituality and different things like that. And I was listening to one of his audios, and he was saying that, people would ask, like, what's the difference between a lot of these spiritual teachers or whatever versus like, the average everyday type of person, right? And he was saying that, mostly there's really no difference between the two, but he said one of the differences is that, usually a lot of these spiritual teachers, what it is that the only thing that they have within them is love. You feel what I'm saying? And so he was saying that, the average everyday person, they'll have some love, then they'll have some hate and animosity and all these other things. But you're saying that the average spiritual person, that teacher has that awareness, they only have love within them. And then he was trying to,
right.
and he used an example because he was saying that, that love is that higher consciousness. It's like that godlike energy. And he was saying that, the differences, he was saying, for example, he's like, if you squeeze an orange, right? He said the only thing that's going to come out that orange is orange juice. Like, that's the only thing. You know what I'm saying? And so he was saying that he's like using it as an example is that what he said. So what's going to happen when someone squeezes you? You understand? If someone squeezes you, is anger going to come out? Is animosity going to come out? Is love going to come out? Like, what's going to come out of you? You see what I'm saying? So he was like, if you only have love and somebody does anything to you, or people encounter you, that's all they're going to get from you. So when we talking about hurt people, what happens is that when people squeeze these hurt people, metaphorically speaking, is that the what's coming out of them is that hurt, that anger, that frustration. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the type of energy that you're going to get from those people. Now, another thing too is that, and this is something that I had to learn, and this is something that I'm still like learning and still coming to terms with, is that a lot of times you're going to have people who are close to you who, may come at you a certain way, may come at you negatively and whatever. And you got to understand that you can't really take up, any of that personally, because
Right.
it's not really about you. It's about how they're feeling. They're only projecting how they're feeling. You understand? And that's how it always is. You understand? With anything, it's like, so if that person comes at you, upset and frustrated, even if they're talking about you, they're like, oh, I don't like that you did this and blah, 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 blah. And they're just, you know what I'm saying? It's still not about you. It's about how they're feeling. It's about their emotions and their energy based off of the circumstances. You understand? Because another person could not like what you did or something, and they can still come at you a different way, a more, like calm and positive way, and still get the point across. You know what I'm saying? So their energy is a little bit different. And even with that person, that's still their perspective of how they're coming at you. But a lot of times when you have people who are upset, hurt, angry, frustrated, and all that other stuff, that's what's going to come across when they're dealing with other people. And you might be that other person that they're, trying to, holler at or talk to, and you're going to get that sort of energy. You see what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
the main key is you got to understand that it's what's they're feeling inside, which is why they're coming at you like that. And another thing too that I found interesting is that, I went to this event the other day, and they were talking about, how trauma from your past, you understand, can show itself in, how you deal with people, in your everyday life. And so sometimes what'll happen is that the trauma from your past is going to make you act in certain ways, and sometimes it could be subconscious where you don't even realize it, that may make you act negatively towards someone. And then
Right.
that someone is going to probably take that personally and think that, they did something wrong or whatever, or they're going to get mad that you're acting that way. Because like there was this girl who was at the event, she was saying that how when she said she lost her virginity at like 17 or some shit like that, and then she told her mom that she lost her virginity, and she said she remembered they were eating at some restaurant, and she said the mom fucking got upset at her, walked out, and fucking left her at the restaurant. You understand? And like she like just drove away. And then she said she had to call her dad. She said she had to call her dad to come pick her up. You understand what I'm saying? So then she said later on what happened was, because she thought, she was thinking like, what the fuck? Like, why is she so mad at me? Like, what did I do wrong? And so she said that she had some sort of stigma about sex because of how her mom reacted, right? But then she said later on, I think maybe a year or two after that, when she spoke to her mom finally admitted that the reason why she walked out was because when her mom was young, she was sexually like molested and assaulted or whatever. So her mother had issues with sex, and that made her sort of like feel weird or scared about her daughter having sex. You see what I'm saying? So you see what I mean? So now it was because the mom was fucking, had her issues. Now the daughter felt that energy and thought, oh damn, like what did I do? Like this is fuck, you know what I'm saying? So now the daughter's feeling negative about what happened, you know what I mean? Because of how the mom reacted. But the mom reacted based off of what happened in her past. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so,
exactly.
So a lot of times we're dealing with people and you think that they're mad at you, but they're really just dealing with shit from their past. And you're just like probably bringing up feelings or certain things based off of, that's triggering them to think about their past or to make them feel that way, and then now you're reacting based off of how they're coming at you. You know what I mean? And so it's all of this back and forth craziness that's going on. You know what I mean? But Miles, what's your thoughts on all that shit?
Well, hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying? And no, but seriously though, the Drake lyric that I was talking about is from Pound Cake.
Right.
And it's, I think it's in the second verse, I think it says, tables turn, bridges burn, you live and learn. That's cool. We all know that. And then now this has nothing to do with hurting people. I just wanted to clear up the whole thing with the lyrics and confidence. So tables turn, bridges burn, you live and learn. With the ink, I could murder, word to my brother Irv Gotti from Murder Inc.
Right.
Yeah. I swear shit just started clicking, dog. You know it's real when you are who you think you are. Right? So he's just basically talking about his career and how his status like has increased, and and he's like, it's real when you are who you think you are. So like I said, it's kind of like your confidence and like your self-perception and your reality are starting to meld together.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Because a lot of people tend to think that confidence means fake it till you make it, but that's not really what it means. What it means is to have a certain perception of yourself, and through that perception, mold who you are and trust in the process, and then one day it'll actually start to mix together. It'll actually start to become one. You understand what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
Now, let's get to hurting people, right? So, it's like you said, like people who have been emotionally damaged, they tend to inflict their hurt on other people, because we all know the old saying. We all know the old saying, misery loves company, right?
Right, exactly.
Like even in the gym, I have a fitness group that I belong to, and there's this girl, she comes in there and she does sprints on the fucking treadmill, right? And she has the damn treadmill at an incline of like 10,
right?
And that's when it's tilted upwards. So it's like you're running uphill. And then she's running at like 8 or 9 miles an hour. And now this is something that she usually does by herself, but she be asking me, hey, you want to come do some sprints with me? Right. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do no damn sprints with you. But the thing is that, them joints, it takes your breath. Like, it's like some serious cardio, and it's painful, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very uncomfortable.
Right.
And she wants me to come up there and do it with her. Now, that's just an example of misery loves company. And that's actually a positive example of misery loves company. But sadly, it is in the world we live in today, or in the world we live in general, because this problem been around forever. But people who are hurt, people who feel angry about something, they tend to